Okay, so this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network asking folks about how can we give super help to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. So Ariel, what can we say to, and how can we give super help to the hurricane?
Well, I would have to say just work together as a community, because I myself spent a lot of time in Florida and actually had to evacuate once for a hurricane. So yeah, get on those human legs and get out of town. It's best to not stay there because they may not be able to get to you, all the helpers. So work together as a community, support each other, and be really patient because the help will arrive. But it's best if you get out so the help can get to you easier. That's my next advice.
Now, many folks are asking Habitat for Humanity, what can people do to actually help things, maybe the rebuilding or rescue efforts? What can folks do? I mean, you can swing, through the streets and stuff. What can folks do, besides, rubber rafts and stuff that help the victims?
Sure. If you want to help, I'm sure there's plenty of places where you could donate your time or your money. I personally love anything that helps with the ocean because I'm sure the ocean's pretty angry right now. It was very hot and stirred up that huge storm. So there's probably a lot of trash that's come back from the ocean. So any kind of ocean help, I know that's often overlooked because we're focusing a lot on helping the humans and getting all their human things back to where they were. But they're just things in the end, so you can help rebuild them, but remember, you gotta take care of each other and you get it first. Yeah.
Now, we had some issues with some discrimination against immigrant communities, in America. And, you being an immigrant from the ocean, what can you see about the immigration policy changing? Because, all our construction workers are mostly immigrants and stuff, but we're kicking them out of the country. How do you think immigration policy? Because, we're not taking foreign workers to help rebuild.
Yeah, well, I think it'll definitely slow things down. I mean, there's plenty of people out there who want to work, and if they want to work and be a part of the country, I say why not? I mean, I say I'm here from a long ways away, and I love this place, and I think a lot of people do. So if they have the right intentions and they want to give back to our country, I'm all for it.
Now, there's been a lot of destruction because of the oil refinery shut down. A lot of cars are underwater. What do you think about other personal property besides housing and stuff and the rebuilding?
It's just going to take time. I mean, they're still rebuilding from Katrina. It took years, and with something that tragic, that huge, it's not going to get back together overnight. So you just got to be really patient. That's all. You just got to realize what's really important too is that you all just stick together and stay positive. That's the big thing, because it can get really frustrating when you're waiting on someone to help, but you can also take action in your own way and making sure everything's cleaned up in your space once the water's receded, and get started on your own. Every little bit helps.
So closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
Yeah, I think just on the positivity element, because as long as you keep swimming towards your dreams, they'll come true, and just stick with it. I know it's really hard. It's been a rough week for a lot of people, but believe me, you can do it.
So closing, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network saying, I got it. Live long and prosper. Okay, so this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network asking super folks, what can the super community do for Hurricane Harvey victims?
Well, I wish that I had known earlier that this was a thing. If people call me with enough time, and my cousin as well, if people call us, we can come and blow the hurricane clouds out of the sky, and then there's no problem. The hurricane would never even happen. I know there have been some issues in the past when we've done things like that, where it's caused other weather problems in other areas, but I think we've gotten really good at aiming it to go out over the ocean so that the problems are in the ocean, and then there's significantly less flooding, less property damage, and things like that. But unfortunately, since it has already happened and we can't really blow those out of the sky anymore, my cousin and I have been working very diligently to try and make sure that people are feeling safe and secure, that they have some place that they can go and people that they can talk to, and just really doing everything in our power to try and make people feel safe and hopefully prevent a disaster like this in the future.
Now, I know recently in America there's been a lot of discrimination against immigrant communities, the mutant and other alien groups.
I have heard about
How do you think that'll affect the rebuilding effort? Because so many immigrants are in the construction community, and now we have this big need for construction workers.
Well, I think that it's important that we take advantage of the people who are offering to help, because there are so few of us superheroes out there. We can't do everything, and I may have super strength, and I may have flight and whatnot, but unfortunately, it takes me almost as long as it does normal humans to build a house. So there's only so much that we can do, and I think that we should really accept all of the help that's being offered.
Okay, so a good habitat for humanity.
Yes, absolutely.
So what would be a good way to help the habitat for humanity?
Well, as far as we, the superheroes and the Justice League are concerned, we just try and step in whenever they really need assistance and protect them from, potential supervillains or natural disasters, anything like that might try and stop them from building new homes and helping these people. But as far as you, the humans, are concerned, I suppose what you could do is just, maybe donate to those organizations, volunteer if you have some free time. It's a great way to give back to the community and really make you feel good about yourself, even though you may not have the super strength to, put up the metal beams yourself.
So in closing, is there any last minute thing you'd like to say?
Just be good to each other. Love is the one thing that is going to save this world, so love each other and be happy.
So in closing, this is Clark Kent saying, live long and prosper. This is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network, asking folks, what can superheroes do to give super help to Hurricane Harvey victims? So Superman, what can we do to give Hurricane Harvey victims some super help?
Well, first things first, we need to pray to our Almighty God. Second things first, anybody out there in the world, do as much as you can to donate. Even us super friends will do what we can to do the same.
Okay, now some of the main concerns is the oil refineries that were shut down due to the flooding. What can be done to help the gas prices go up?
Well, what you can do is get a petition to reopen them. Once you get those to reopen, then we should see gas prices to go back down. They know all those oil refineries need to be open. Plus, I think they should drill in America and not anywhere else.
Now, because of the flooding, a lot of cars are underwater, and there's going to be a lot of new auto sales because most of the cars will be gone. What should insurance companies do, or people do, because of all these cars that are just destroyed?
I think with all parties involved, they should come to an agreement where, because of what happened with Hurricane Harvey, I feel that they should make an agreement where if that ever happens again, they should get a free car. And insurance lowered with their interest rate lowered.
Okay, so in closing, is there any last minute super ideas you'd like to give to the super folks?
All you Justice Leaguers out there, make sure you always come to visit us super friends in Hollywood, where we'll always be there to take pictures. You guys have a wonderful super day. And remember, fight justice and always do the right thing and staying in school to get a good education. You'll be a better superhero when you do that.
In closing, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network saying, live long and prosper. Now, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network asking folks, what can we do to help Hurricane Harvey victims? I'm here with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, what can superheroes do to help Hurricane Harvey victims?
As Wonder Woman, I will gather all of Justice League and will head down there to provide food, clothes, anything that they may need. We're here to help.
Now, how many airplane pulls with your invisible jet are you going to do? What kind of supplies are you taking from your invisible jet?
We're going to get food, we're going to get clothes, we're going to get blankets, anything, toys for the children, shoes.
Okay, now, there's some... Now, what about this oil refineries that are shut down and getting those back online because it's affecting oil prices throughout the country, throughout the rest of the world. What can be done about the oil refinery?
I'm not sure, but Wonder Woman and the Justice League will find a way to help lower those prices.
So in closing, is there any last words you'd like to say?